Coach, thanks. It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 53.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Clock now on first down. He finds Robinson. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Look at me, zipper.
52. Let's go now.
On first down, Locke. Eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Another try after the first down sack. Block. And he's going to go down again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On third and long, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Able to slither by. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Single. Now single the slot. Hey, watch 85.
Run.
Right.
Hurry.
Down the right. Go. Mike.
I got.
51.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight ends Ringo.
To throw, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 26.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Hey, Will.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Lock. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Go.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Lock now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down. It's locked. They'll find Lindsey here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set, 180.
Mike, number 2.
Regular.
Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 76 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Check 9. Show it. Hey.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Room here to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
We on now. Hey, wahoo! Good. 52, ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jannard Avery came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw it is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Finding room to the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 52. 80 weapon. Watch out.
Now Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Real. It's going to be a long day. What's that? 55.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, Delta.
A final shot before half for Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Locke to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On the ready.
53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
5.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He completes this to Sutton. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Set. 18 Gator.
Check 24. Check
61. Matchbox lights. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
I got you. Check. Crunch.
Recon. 132 fighter.
From the 39, Locke. That's complete to Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Broncos.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Protein spill.
Check 3.
Snap.
Freeman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 43.
Time go. Hey, Sam off. Be grip.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, box drop, box drop. Run, run, run. Watch out.
Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Run, run, run. Real, real, real.
Alert 3.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Check 24. Watch 24.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Another run by Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
52 to Mike. Get that quarterback. And on.
Never mind, 52. Let's go.
On second down, here's Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left.
From the 39, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Check 50. Check 50. You draw quarters. 52. 52's the mic. Let's go. My 52. Hey, I'm coming.
From the 16, Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. Third down here. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Mike 52. Don't get nervous. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Okay, let's go.
On first down, Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant. And out across midfield, down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Robinson's got it. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Locke now on first down. Steps away. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Stop your whining.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 33. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Watch here.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Yep.
Bring it. Where's 52?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming.
Now Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
Locke's pass. Complete to Philip Lindsay. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Watch twins.
Hey, Haywood.
Lock to throw. And Robinson with a big catch.
All day, every day.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Denver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, pick you
Now. Fight.
To throw is Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the...
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now it's Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
3 bucks.
King. I got
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
What? Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Alert, 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 alert.
All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Hatchet. Check safety.
6-6, pull it hard. Let's go. Watch out.
On first down, Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Set, 180.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check out.
Watch out.
They'll go to Barkley again. A nice little juke. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
King. Watch out.
51 to Mike.
Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, let's get there. Check.
Hey, alert 33. Go.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Watch out.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining.
At the 37-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to